Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome back to One Last Hand. Welcome back to Kinfire Chronicles. Last time out, we went and saved the Stranger. This is the Stranger, in case you were wondering. If you haven't watched that episode and all of the others, I would highly recommend going and watching. The playlist is in the description below. But we met a stranger. We helped them. We returned their brooch. They have come back to the Kinfire Shrine, and the sister there is going to look after them. So the priestess there is going to look after them. So who knows if we'll ever see the Stranger again? But we have managed to return them to some form of safety. And then we got a letter of recommendation, which means when we get to Dinlux, we'll be able to stay in a hostel, essentially, to look after ourselves. So we are back in town. We have 3 actions. I think we've got an exhausted card in our deck from memory, at least 1 each. Yeah, so we have. So we do need to use one of those actions to sleep. But I think we've done everything here, right? We've been to the shrine. Nothing new to do here. We've been to the lighthouse. The only thing we've got about the lighthouse is we have not managed to trigger the event that happens here. Now, that event is V7. So let's just find that. Here it is. So V7 is here. You go to the lighthouse. Each seeker shuffles their deck and flips over a card. If any white are revealed, go to event VC. Otherwise, worried about interfering, you leave. We can do this twice because we've bought everything from the tea wagon. We've been to the burnt alchemist, and we've saved the day. Apologies if you heard a car with a huge exhaust go past. We've been to the inn. We've been to the tavern. We've been to Morella's Wares, and we've been to the shrine. It literally leaves this. So we're going to do this twice and see if we manage to survive and succeed. Right. Let's have a little dive in and see what we get. Okay. So this is Roland's deck. We're looking for white. We got red and blue. That is not it. Okay. Core, we're on you. We are looking for white. There is some white cards in here, I will say that, but I'd hate to leave here and not find out what we can find out, but it's looking likely. Here we go. It's red. Okay, what's the next one? Nope. Right, okay, so we can tuck that back there. We'll shuffle these. We're going to do the same thing again, right? We're going to go and try it again for our second town action. We could do it a third time, but it makes sense for us to go and rest to get rid of those exhaustions. Here we go. It's not white for Roland. Come on, Core. You've got this. Here we go. It is not white. Was the next one? No. Okay, right. So those two have passed. We're going back to the inn. We're going to rest. We know what happens there. We are able to rebuild our deck if we want to, and we are able to get rid of the, can you believe, the next card after that, penultimate world, was red and then a white. We're getting rid of this exhaustion as well. And we can, if we wanted to, rebuild our deck. Now, these are the cards that we've got rid of ourselves. You can see there's a lot of white in there, so maybe that's why we didn't succeed. But these are the ones we could put in. I don't think we're going to put any of these new ones in. I think we're okay with that. I keep forgetting about Core's special ability. We know that Roland can use matching cards on anything, but I keep forgetting about Core's. But I think that's us done. We get rid of our 2 exhausted cards. They go back into the deck. We've got Core's deck here. We are going to do today the Ring of Fire. Hierophant Selene is running late and a starless night is expected to fall. If the lighthouse isn't finished soon, there's no telling if anything will be left of Vinna afterwards. You must venture out to meet her. When you embark on this quest, discard all other prompt cards, then open quest 4. Okay, what prompt cards have we got? That's a memory. That's a memory, that's a memory, and that is a memory. So we have no prompt cards. Let's just check this one. This is not a prompt. Prompt cards are essentially the ones we quest on, so we can discard you, and we are going to quest number 4. So let's go and find that in this book.
The lighthouse should have been lit by now. You find Mayor Dara at the construction site. She seems panicked, her hands trembling and worrying at the charm around her neck. The workers, who have finished building the structure, stand around, clearly concerned.
There's no time to lose.
Dara tells you.
Hierophant's selling. She should have arrived yesterday with an ember from the great Lighthouse, but there's been no word, no sign of her. We could all be lost.
She looks out towards the road to Dinlux.
Only the Hierophant can light the Kinfire beacon.
Wasting no time, you gather your gear and head for the road. You must find the Hierophant. You're Vinna's only hope.
Okay, we go to 4-1. What have we got?
It's midday already, and you've encountered no one on the road to Dinlux. It's unusual. No merchants or traders, no farmers with carts, no travelers of any kind, and there's no trace of the Hierophant.
A hot gust of wind suddenly cuts through the cool air, whipping around you and bringing with it the acrid smell of smoke. You rush to the crest of the next hill. On the other side of the hill, you find the forest ablaze and the road blocked by burning wagons. Among the wreckage, you see the bodies of the Hierophant's guard.
A wagon explodes into fiery splinters. You see something inside. Glowing embers glaring at you through the flames. Some kind of growling beast. A chill breeze clears the smoke, revealing an elven woman in priest robes. She reaches a hand towards the creature, white frost spreading from her fingertips.
I've had quite enough of you.
Okay, so if we had Asher, we'd go to take memory 4A. We don't. We do have Roland, so we're going to 4-3.
Roland throws out his arms.
To me!
He calls. A great heat radiates from his body as a cyclone of frost bursts from the woman. The creature in the fire freezes, ice crackling across its form before it shatters like glass. As the cold wind dissipates, Roland relaxes, his magical heat dispelled into the air.
Okay, so Roland has to flip some cards. For each card, he flips one card for each seeker in play, including himself. For each non-blue revealed, Roland gains 1 exhaustion, or that seeker suffers 1 health. We'll do with Roland first. Roland has a white, so that is a blue in this instance. And now for core, we have a green that is not blue, can confirm. We're going to take 1 damage. I think we'll start on 18 for now. Okay, go to 4-5.
The woman holds up a hand as you approach.
A moment.
You get the feeling that it's not a request. She removes her elven mask and takes a deep breath. You stand in awkward silence, watching plumes of smoke curl into the sky until, finally, the woman speaks.
I assume you're here to rescue me.
She lifts an eyebrow.
You're late.
You all speak over each other, rushing to
We feel
apologize.
responsible.
The Hierophant raises a hand once more to silence you.
There will be more fire spirits any moment. We must find the summoning circle and disrupt it. If I am forced to continue using up my strength, I'll be of no use to Vinna when we reach them. The circle will be at the heart of the fire, and no doubt it's guarded. I need to conserve my power in order to close it, but if necessary, I can clear the path.
Ahead of you, the way is blocked by flaming debris. To your left, the forest thins, allowing easy passage along the edges of the blaze. To your right is a ravine, where the fire has yet to reach.
Okay, so we can take the easier route through the forest. We can take the protected route along the ravine, or we can have Hierophant, Celine clear the path. I guess let's go down the ravine, shall we? Hold on. So there's some more options here. There's take the easy route of the forest, take the more protective route along the ravine, take the easier route and have core present. Okay, maybe we'll do that one. I don't know whether we're meant to know that or not. We said we were going to go down the ravine, so let's take the ravine without core.
You head to the right, following the sloping path into the ravine. After only a few steps, you hear a deep growl. An enormous bear suddenly rises from the brush, towering over you.
Okay. If you ask Celine to freeze the bear, go to 411. Otherwise, each seeker must flip 3. For each red you are short, a seeker gains an exhaustion. Okay, well, we're flipping some cards. For 2 seekers, we need 4 red. Here we go. We have 1 red for Roland. Sorry, let's move this out of the way so you can see. We have 1 red for Roland. We have a 2nd red for Roland. What does this say? Flip 3 cards. Another red would be great. We have got it. We just need 1 from Core. Come on, Core. You can do this. You can do this, Core. We can do this, indeed. There is our 4th red. So we managed to do it. So we're going to 413.
As you near the summoning circle, the fire grows hotter. Burning brush falls from the trees, blocking your path. You pause, choking and unable to see the way forward.
Okay, so with this being the case, we've got some challenges to do. Each seeker is going to choose a method, and they flip until they have 2 of the indicator colour. For each revealed card of a different colour, they gain 1 exhaustion. So we can smash through 2 reds, we can jump over 2 greens, or we can find a safe path 2 blues. Well, it makes sense for Roland to do the blues, and it makes sense for, I was going to say for Core to do the reds, but I think it probably still makes sense for Core to do maybe greens. We don't have any greens. Okay, so we're going to keep turning. Core is going to find Roland is going to find a safe path. He's looking for 2 blues. There's 1 blue. There is 2 blues. So Roland is going to take 1 exhaustion. Okay. Feel like we've been here before. Okay, and then we're up for Core. Core is doing greens because we haven't turned over any greens yet. So here we go. We have a blue. We have another blue. We have a white and a green. Okay, so 2 exhaustion for Core. Okay, that is probably fair enough. Okay. Once each seeker has flipped the necessary, go to 415.
Beyond the trees ahead, you can see the circle. A ring of earth, glowing red with jagged geometric shapes. Inside its boundaries are more fire spirits, each taking animal form.
The incantation will take time. You'll have to buy some for me.
Okay, so we've got a few options here. We need to go to map number 5. So let's do that. Then, if you have memory 4B, we don't have any memories. We didn't ask her for any help. We gain 2 fate tokens. We don't need any of those. We've got 3 already. And go to 416. You deal 3 damage to the Flame Ape, Flame Lizard, and Flame Hound. Otherwise, gain 1, and we go to 417. Okay, so obviously we know that the cards are in here. We'll open this up. We'll see what we've got. We'll get it all set up, and we'll be back. And I would imagine 417 is going to tell us the setup of the battle, so we'll get that done. We'll be right back. Okay, we are all set up and we are good to go. 4 enemies are in the battle. Let's have a quick look at some of those enemy cards. I don't think I can fit them all on camera. They're all a bit wonky, so I'm going to zoom out and talk to you about them because there's a fair few. So let's talk about this guy first, shall we? Got the Flame Lord. He is the one in the center circle here, and it says the Flame Lord is immune to terrain effects. The Flame Lord cannot leave its starting space by any means. So he's never going to move, but he is ranged. And you can see underneath his space, there are 2 hurt symbols. Then we've got the Flame Ape. He's the guy right at the top here, again, in this space with a hurt symbol. And it says the Flame Ape is immune to terrain effects. While the Flame Ape survives, the Flame Lord cannot be damaged. The Flame Ape is defeated. If the Flame Ape is defeated, discard all statuses from the Flame Lord and place overlay 4A on it. Okay, we've got the Flame Lizard, which is this guy over here, and the Flame Lizard says the Flame Lizard is defeated. Remove the steps again. He can't be. The Lord can't be damaged whilst the Flame Lizard is around. And then 12 health, 16 health, 20 health. And then over here we have the Flame Hound, which is the one right next to us. Exactly the same thing, can't be defeated. And we'll place another overlay on it. Let's just run through their ability. So going back to the Flame Ape at the top there. With a sudden lunge, the Flame Ape smashes its fist down upon you with incredible force. 4 damage after attacking, the Flame Ape refocuses. This one down here, 1 damage to everyone in a space. Beating its fist against its chest, the Flame Ape's fiery aura flares up in a blast of searing heat. 1 damage to everyone plus 2 hurts, which is not great. The Lizard, the Flame Lizard opens its fiery maw to bite down on you. 2 damage plus a hurt. After attacking, it refocuses and gains 1 health. Interestingly, this one up here, Flame Ape doesn't move before attacking. So if we can keep them at distances, we might be okay. Down here, we've got the Flame Lizard whips its tail around in stinging force. This gives us 1 damage to everyone in the same space, plus 1 hurt, plus 1 stunned. And then over here, the Flame Hound. The Flame Hound is immune. We know that. The Flame Hound slashes at you with fiery claws, 2 damage in 2 different attacks. After attacking, the Flame Hound refocuses. The Flame Hound draws a breath before exhaling a wave of fire, 2 damage to everyone from range, and does hurt. I realised that I may have been neglecting the symbols in the previous playthroughs, which is damage to everyone. So if I have, I apologise. Up here, we've got the Flame Lord is immune to effects. Obviously, we know that. The Flame Lord hurls a fireball in your direction. So it's ranged or melee, does 1 damage, and it will refocus afterwards, and it does a hurt. And the Flame Lord lifts his head and pushes a wave of searing heat right at you. And he refocuses. So the focus is the ape, the Lizard and the Lord are all after Core, whereas the Hound is after Roland. So maybe we can do something there. We need to decide where we're starting. I mean, if I start over here, at least that's going to head towards Roland. But I think starting in the same place is probably okay. We need to deal out some cards. So 1, 2, I'll just shuffle these, and it helps if I pick up all of the cards. I'm not feeling massively confident about this, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have we got for our boy Core? We have Earth Vial. We have Pierce Defenses. We have our Exhausted card. We have Aftershock, Blade Storm, and Aftershock Boost. Okay. So 4 actions, none of them necessarily perfect for where we are. Having the when they move one would have been great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we have Fireball, Hammer and Tongs, Well-Timed Blow, Leech Charm. Then we have our Balm, a Firefox, and a Shot to the Knee boost. Okay. Okay, so not horrendous. You're starting on 15, you're starting on 18, is that right? Yeah, I think so. We have got some exhaustions in our cards and in our hands and decks as well. But we're drawing a chit. Let's hope it's not this dude first. Here we go. We have Roland is up first. That's good news because Roland can. Let's just zoom in on the map so you can see the things a little bit clearer as well. So this is us down here. Roland is going to, first of all, play Leech Charm, which is when you discard, while this card's in play, each time an enemy discards a status, they suffer 1. So I'm going to try and tuck this here. I'm going to do my best to remember this. So that's a free action. We haven't got anything we can boost with. I think it makes sense just for us to do straight up Fireball, maybe. We're going to attack for 3 at range. It is going to move the focus, but the focus is already on you, so that's fine. So we're going to attack for 3 at range. We're going to do 1 hurt to them. So let's put that on. Don't suppose it matters too much. Let's put it on this one. And we are doing 3 damage straight off the bat. Down to 11. Oh, that's the wrong. No, that's the right one. Down to 11. Okay. The focus would move on to you. It's already on you. We don't need to worry about anything else. We're back in the bag. I've got nothing I can boost with, unfortunately. Here we go. We have Darkness. So the Lord of the Darkness lifts his thing and fires. He's going to refocus. It's still going to be on here. No one's in range. All good there. That's a good one to come out. Next, we have a heart. Interesting. Okay, so we get to choose. Okay, first things first, we're going to go with core. We are going to use our Earth Blood Vial, which means both of us get 1 more armor, which is nice. Okay, so that's all that does. You and each other seeker in your space gains 1 armor. That's done. Now, okay, nothing to boost these with really other than drawing cards, but I think that's fine. We're going to do... Interesting. We're going to move to here. Not sure this is wise, but we're going to do it. We're going to do Aftershock. So we have moved. We are going to do 2 damage, and for each armor I discard, which I'm going to discard 2, which is probably a silly idea, it's going to attack more people. So this attack targets another enemy in range for every shield you discard. So actually I only need to discard 1, right? Because I cannot do any damage to you. But I would put a token on you, but there's no point. There's no point in doing it. Okay, so we're just discarding 1. We're doing 2 damage to you, and we're going to do a stun on both of them. You are going to allow us to move again. So we're going to take that because this is a red and this is a red. Again, Roland can use his abilities to benefit either of them. But we are going to do our 2 damage to both of those. So this is the Hound. You're down to 9. Love that. Okay. And the Ape comes down to 14. And then we take a stun. Let's put that on you. And we take a stun, and let's put that on you, I guess. I mean, this one does damage to both of us, and we're about to be standing in the same space again. So let's do that. You've allowed us to move. We're going to move back down here. Don't know whether that's wise. Okay, we're back in the bag. We have core. Core is up. Well, I think it makes sense for core to do pierce defenses. So that's 3 damage to the Hound. You're going to give him a benefit of drawing a card. So we're going to do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, down to 6 health. And then we get to draw a card, which is a boost. Not really what we were looking for, but that's fine. Don't think we want to move. I think we're happy where we are. You're down to 6. I'd love to be able to do more than that, but that's it. No benefit to that. But this does move over to core as well. Right, we're in again. We have 11. So 11 is this down here. This is fine. So it's this action, which means He's stunned, so he cannot attack. He will move into our space. He's stunned, so he doesn't attack. And he's hurt, so he takes 2 damage. Down to 4. Okay. I don't think I've got anything that can do 4, unfortunately. Although if Roland came out, we'd be able to get this thing off the board. I'm wondering whether to use a fate token. We're gonna push. Don't get 12. It's an 8. 8 is you, so you are going to attack twice. You're going to attack core twice. So 1 armor and then another armor. So almost all of our armor is gone. We've got 1 left, but we do not take any damage. We do take a hurt. Okay, that's annoying, but okay, I'm gambling again. Probably should use the fate tokens. We have Roland. Okay. When this says this card here, while this card's in play, each time an enemy discards a status token, they suffer 1 damage. I just need to check. I mean, I'm assuming, is discard when they're applied, or is it just if they have an ability that discards them? Bear with me. Okay, this is interesting. I assumed when you applied them to an enemy, they then weren't discarded, but the actual wording is, after resolving all status cards, discard them to their corresponding piles. This is even stronger than I first thought. We've probably been getting that wrong, but ultimately he had 2 on him, which means he takes 2 damage from this. So he's down to 2. Okay. And it's Roland's go, right? We drew Roland out. Am I making that up? Hold on, now I don't know. Let me just check. Okay, it's not Roland's go. I didn't draw out of the bag. We're drawing. Here we go. It is Roland. Now it looks like I made that up. Okay. Now I don't really want to do this, but I think I'm going to have to. We're going to have to use Hammer and Tongs, which is going to do 3 damage and apply a stun, which is going to be a waste. Before attacking, you may move into the same space as your target while he's with us anyway. We want to actually... And this is melee, so that's fine. So we are going to attack him. That is going to be 3 damage, which is enough to kill him. So he goes down to 0. And when that happens, if the Flamehound is defeated, discard all statuses on the Flame Lord. There aren't any. And place overlay 4C on it. So we've got the overlays over here. 4C is this one. Oh no. Deep inhale is the only warning you have before the Flame Lord breathes a massive spout of fire. 4 damage plus a hurt. After attacking, the Flame Lord refocuses. This is card number 5. It goes over this. So for each one, we're making him stronger. Do not like that at all. You, however, are dead. Now, we have to move these things over, and I can never remember the order. Hold on. Let's get rid of you as well. And let's take you off. We'll put you in our little pot of killed people. Okay. So when you kill an enemy, when an enemy is defeated, if there are other surviving enemies, transfer the ability tokens from the defeated enemy to the surviving enemy whose sheet is furthest to the right. We should look at this. The person whose sheet is furthest to the right. I presume it means on this. I mean, I think that's probably the safest way for us to deal with it. So the one that's safest to the right is this guy, who is the Lord. So the Lord is getting more. Okay, so we are transferring this and this up here. That is not ideal. The plus point is he can't move, and we're transferring this and this down here. Oh, no. Okay. Hold on. Oh, hold on. We moved the wrong ones. I'm an idiot. 6 and 7 go back there. This and this go back there. 8 and 9 come up here. And 10 and 11 go over here. Okay. So we would have applied a stun. We can't. We could move. Maybe we will move or move here. Just to be out of the same space. I think that's fine. Although, when one of these enemies is refocusing, this ape is going to focus on the person with the most shields, which is fine for the moment. That's Roland. But okay, we're back in the bag. We have number 7. Oh, maybe you shouldn't be there, but while the focus is on you, it doesn't matter. Number 7 is the Flame Lizard. So the Flame Lizard is going to move 1 and then cannot do anything else. Okay, back in the bag. It is number 1. So this is the stunned action. So when we remove that, you take 1 damage because of the discarded, but you can move and you're focused on him. So it makes sense for you to move here, I guess. There's no reason why you wouldn't move there. Okay. We're back in the bag. It is a 6. That's not great news. So you're moving here, but you're not attacking Roland. But you will be in range of core next time. Okay, back again. Ooh. We have Roland is back up. This is not great, as it turns out, because Roland doesn't have. We have no statuses, and we've got this. So we're going to discard this and this to draw 7 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we get our lantern. So we have Lucky Beard Comb. We have a boost. We have another boost. We have Meteor Throw. We have another boost. We have another boost. And we have Test of Metal. Okay. Oops. So that's that done. I think we're going to spend a fate token. I think it makes the most sense. It's going in the void box. There it goes. Right, let's get our bag back. We're drawing 4. Okay, well, it looks like core is up then. And what is core going to do? He's only got Blade Storm. Okay, they're both on similar health. I think it makes sense to move up here. Okay. We're going to use Blade Storm, which is 2 damage and a plus a weakness, which is nice. Okay, so we're doing that. We're going to allow this to be used because it's going to give an extra 2 damage. So that's 4 damage. And we're going to use this, which will give him an extra movement. So 4 damage to the ape. Down to 9. Love that. Okay, and he gets a hurt. Sorry, a weak, which we'll put on this one. One has already come out. We'll put on this one. Because we don't really want to get hit. So that's all of that. You have to reshuffle, and because of that, you're going to take 1 damage. So core takes 1 damage because he's exhausted. We draw back up to our armor, which is 3. Okay. I think you should have gone down to 1 armor because you've redrawn since then. That's on me. We're going to take 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we take our lantern. What we got? Thankfully, we've got our ward, which we were hoping for. We've got taunt, we've got sweet balm, we've got another helpful hand. We got our adamant. Okay, that's us done. We're delving into the bag again. We have a heart. Okay, we get to choose. Who the heck are we going to choose? I think Vengeance is pretty good because then they have to move realistically. So we're gonna. So we can't damage the Flame Lord, so there's no point of attacking them. I'm trying to decide between the two. I think it makes sense to do core because then we can put this out. So every time anyone moves, they're going to take a damage. It's a free action. Then I guess it makes sense for us to just use our adamant. We haven't got anything that does any more damage. I'm going to move. And it says here, before attacking, move all adjacent enemies into your space. After attacking, gain a shield for each one attacked. So we're going to have both of these in our space down here. We are then going to be attacked, or we're going to attack for 2 for both of them. I think I've got that wrong a lot of times. So you're going to go down to, I haven't got anything that gives any extra, so you're going to go down to 10, and you are going to go down to 7. And then, not that I think is great, we are going to get 2 armor for attacking those. And then finally, I think we're going to spend this, which will allow us to draw another card. So we'll take this one, which is a helpful hand. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Okay, that's us done. We've got a few ways of mitigating the bag. So let's reach in and see what we get. We have a white heart. We are resetting. Okay, but we get to choose who's going first. I'm going to do Meteor Throw, I think. 3 damage. Plus it gives us a hurt. So we're going to do 3 damage. I don't have anything that boosts it. I do allow you to pick up a card, and I think I'll allow you to do that. So 3 damage. We are going to attack the ape. So 1. Are we going to attack the ape? Yes. 1, 2, 3. You're down to 4. Plus I put a hurt on you, so let's put that up there. After doing it, you can move your target 1 space. Let's move you over there, I think. That's that done. And you get to draw a card. So what do we get? We get Fireball. Gives an extra damage. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Right, we are refilling the bag. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because you moved, you take an extra damage, right? Perfect. Let's get all of these back in. Okay, let's give it a little swizz, and we'll take one out. It is Darkness. Not great. So Darkness is this bottom one. He is still focused on Core, and Core is out of range. So nothing happens. All good there. Feel like we drew that one first time the last time. Okay, next we have Roland. Roland is up. Okay, we are going to attack this creature, I think, with Roland using his lantern. So it's 3 damage to the flame lizard. 1, 2, 3, down to 7. I wouldn't normally split the damage. I mean, I could move over there and kill it, but because we've got some mitigation of draws, I think we might be okay. So 3 damage plus inflict 3 statuses. So let's do 1, 2, and we can among your targets. I think that means we have to put it on the same one. Let's do a over here as well. Okay, so that's that. 3 damage. Do we give you any benefit? We don't. All good. Okay, we're back in the bag. We have, come on, Core. We have 5. 5 is this one. It's stunned. I'm not worried about that. So this goes away. Oh, hold on. You would be focused on Roland, right? So we need to move your focus over here because you did the attack. So that goes there. So you cannot attack. You are going to move, which means you are going to take 1 damage. Plus you take 1 damage for removing your status. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We reach in again. We have 9. So that's the big boss. The Flame Lord hurls a fireball in your direction. After attacking, the Flame Lord refocuses. He's attacking us. We're out of range. We're all good. Can't move out of his space, so we're all good there. Don't mind that. Next is Core. Core, blimey, governor. Okay. We are going to move up to this space here, I think. And we are going to attack the flame ape. Now the flame ape, we're going to attack him with a helpful hand, which is 2. Attack him with a other helpful hand, which is 2 damage. And you're going to boost it by 1, which gets us 3, which is enough to kill the ape. Love that. Okay, so we can get rid of these 2 cards. Now, when we do damage or when we kill the flame ape, something else happens. So if the flame ape is defeated, discard all statuses on the Flame Lord, place overlay 4A on it. I think we know what's happening here, right? Swollen with power from the destroyed flame ape, the Flame Lord is no longer bound by the summoning circle. Oh, I should have killed him in a different order. All of the Flame Lord attacks now deal 2 extra damage. The Flame Lord is immune to effects, terrain effects. That's bad news. But he can now be damaged. So not horrendous, but not fantastic that for us. So we've done that. We've done that. I think we're all good. Okay, a little bit worried about this. We're going back in the bag. Here we go. We have number 7. Oh, I need to move some tokens over. So 1 is going here. 2 is going here. This is going to be so rough for us. 3 is going here. Okay. Number 7 is down here. So you take 2 hurt. So 2 damage. And you are stunned. So you can't do anything with it. So that's you down to 3. Perfect. Oh, number 7 is going over here. Right, we're in the bag again. We have number 1. So number 1 isn't great. Doesn't have to move, so he's going to attack us with range. I'm putting number 1 back in the bag, I think, using our replace a chip card, and we're delving in again. Here we go. It is Roland. Okay. We don't really have much to do. Here's an interesting one for you. What happens when we use our 2 action cards that are free actions? Do we get to, I presume we get to draw again and carry on our turn. So we're going to take our Lucky Beard Comb, which does nothing, but as a free action, give 2 hurt to 1 enemy. So we're going to give that to the old Flame Lord. So we'll put you here, and we'll put you here, I guess. Okay, so that's that done. Oh no, that was her. I meant to give you weak. I'm a tool. Okay, 1 and 2. We'll tuck you here, right? Okay, and then oh, you're pretty strong, aren't you? We'll put you on this one. Okay, so that's that done. And then we're going to do our test of metal. All enemies suffer 1 damage per status effect on them. So you're going to take 2 damage. That could have been so much better, but we'll take it. Okay, you're down to 18. We don't discard any of those. I need to find out what happens if you run out of cards mid-turn. Do I draw up? And also I need to put that back over here. Let me just find out what happens mid-turn when you run out of cards. Okay, so we just get to draw our cards up. So you go away. 1, I think you might stay out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this. I think this is right. Oh no, you have to discard. Hold on. You have to discard down, so we'll put you over here. Whoops, down here. This doesn't look like the greatest hand for us. Every single one of these is boosts. Okay. We got any actions coming out? We've got an exhausted, but we do have some shot to the knee and stuff, which is nice. Okay. That might not... Oh, I need to take you off the board because you are dead. And I need to take you off the board because you're still dead. Okay, so we have Purity, which is going to give us some statuses on an enemy. I would like to get rid of you, but I'm half tempted to leave you as is for now because as soon as we kill you, these go away, and I don't want that to happen. We are going to do shot to the knee. We're going to do shot to the knee is what we're going to do. So that's 2 damage. Plus the focus moves over to us. Oh, 2 damage. Plus the focus comes over us. 2 damage. I cannot boost it. So we are just doing 2 damage to the Flame Lord. 1, 2. But he is trapped. So we'll put you here. And we'll put you here. Perfect. Okay, that's shot to the knee done. Don't have any boots. We're done. Okay, back in the bag we go. Hold on. Roland's going to move over here. Okay, number 2 is the big old scary thing. He is trapped, so he's not going to move this turn. He can therefore not attack, so these cards don't go away. He did discard a card, so he goes down to 15. Okay. Back in the bag we go. We have number 3, which is the same thing. However, this turn he is not trapped. Is this ranged? Yes, it is. Bad news. I'm afraid you're going to move here. I get to choose where he moves. Let's move him here. So you're going to move there. You are going to do 4 damage. However, you've got 2 weak on it, so we discard those. And you take 2 damage for discarding them, down to 13. And I'm going to give you a block. So that's 1 block, and you're going to discard your armor, which you should have just drawn up. That's another block. So no damage, but you do take a hurt. And after attacking, the Flame Lord refocuses, is focused on the person with the most health, which will be Core. He did move, so he takes another damage. Amazing. Okay. Did I do the damage for discarding cards? I think so. Right, we're back in the bag. We have Core is up. We don't have a lot of options for Core, to be honest with you. I want to keep this for redrawing chits, really. I'm going to discard this. That's my whole turn. Okay, that's not a great use of a turn. We're back in the bag. We have number 1, which would be that he won't be able to move. All good. So this goes away. And because he can't move and he's discarded the thing, he takes 1 damage. Okay, we're back in the bag. We have Core again, not really what I was looking for, not going to lie. I'm just going to discard this card and this card, and then we're going to deal up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was this meant to be got rid of? Was this in my hand? I don't know. I'm going to put this away and I'm going to take the damage from it. We suffer 1 damage. But it's not meant to be there. So what have we got? 5. I need to shuffle these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we go down to 3 armor. Okay. What have we got going on? We've got our lantern. We have Defending Blade. We have an Exhausted. We have Bait the Trap. And we have another Helpful Hand. Okay. Did I draw? I just drew Core out of the bag? No, I discarded, right? So we're back in the bag. We have number 10, which would be this action. We're putting this back in using this card, and we're going to draw again. Okay, we have Core once again, not bad for us. Although I have no ranged attacks, so not great for us. Don't have anything that can give us a move. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to move down here, and we're going to move both of these into our realm here. Okay, so they're in here. They both take 1 damage for moving. You're down to 2, my friend. Okay. then I think we're going to use adamant. Probably makes the most sense. We're doing 2 damage to both of them. Have we got anything to boost it? We do. We're going to boost it by 1. We're doing 3 damage to both of them. So you are dead. And you come down to 7. And then we gain a shield for each enemy targeted this turn. And the focus is squarely on us, but you go away. And you go over here. And when you die, going down to 0, when you die, we put 4B on the Flame Lord and we move these over here. So we know he's going to get a lot of goes and it's going to be pretty rough. We also remove all statuses. We've already done that, so we don't have to worry about it. So 4B is, with a reptilian hiss, the Flame Lord bites down on you. 3 damage plus a hurt. After attacking, the Flame Lord gains 1 health. Okay, getting some status effects out would be really nice. We've moved. We can't do anything else. You can't give us any more. You could give us to draw a card, but I think we're fine. I don't think we've got one way of drawing out. I am going to use a fate token. I think into the void with you. So we're getting 4. 1, 2, oh god. 3 and 4. Okay. We want to use the heart really, because A, we'll get to choose, but B means we're closer to refilling the bag and we've got a lot of things out. I think, okay. Ideally, we want to use core because we can then move. And you know what? We're going to use bait the trap. So we're going to attack for 2 damage. Bait the trap is the card that allows us to then reach in and draw a seeker card for the next turn. So we're going to do 2 damage. We don't have any way of boosting it, but you're going to use this to allow us to draw a card. We are doing 2 damage. You're down to 5. I am then going to run away. Okay. And then we get to reach in the bag and draw another card. It feels like it's a Roland thing, right? There he is. There's Roland. So Roland is clearly going to use Purity. So he is doing 3 damage. He is going to move over here. He's doing 3 damage. You're down to 2, my friend. And we get to put some statuses on him. That feels fairly simple, right? Stunned, and we'll do another, or let's do a hurt, shall we? Over here. Not sure what's come out the most, probably that one, so we'll put that there. Okay. So he's down to 3 health. We just need to give him a little love tap. We do have a way of redrawing, so we might be able to finish him off. Here we go. We have Darkness. Darkness is fine. In fact, I think this is enough to kill him because he is going to take 2 damage from discarding the hurt and an extra damage for discarding the card. I'm just going to read the back of this. This simply says, discard this card, the enemy suffers 2 damage. And this here says, while this card's in play, each time an enemy discards a status, they suffer 1 damage. He is down to 0. He is done for. Holy moly, we're the greatest fighters that ever lived. We can tuck this in our little bag of tricks over here. We can put you here and put you up here. We'll take these off, and just to finish, we'll turn this over. Unless there's another, well, I might have got too big for my boots. There might be another phase, right? So it says, if the fire spirits are reduced to 0 health, go to 419.
You stamp out the last of the sputtering flames left by the fire spirits. Selin approaches the circle and lifts her arms. There is the feeling of air being sucked out of this place, as if the earth itself is inhaling. The forest around you smolders, but is no longer burning. Selin steps into the now dimming ring.
The circle is closed. Well done. I didn't expect much from the looks of you. Perhaps I was mistaken.
How dare you? We don't have Valora, so we don't take any of those things. We go to 420.
You make haste back to Vinna. The sun has sunk below the hilltops and time is running out. When you arrive, a crowd has gathered at the lighthouse. They are angry and afraid. Some are shouting, others are crying and clutching at young children. Hierophant Selen passes through them like a ghost, her expression blank. The horizon has dimmed, leaving the sky black and starless. The darkness is coming.
The Hierophant draws a vial from her cloak. Inside, an ember taken from the great lighthouse of Dinlux flickers and glows. The incantation starts as a whisper, then grows louder and louder. The ember burning brighter and brighter. The dimmed stars overhead are blacking out one by one. The trees in the distance, visible only moments ago, are now gone.
And then you see it. A thick, black fog rolling over the land, swallowing everything in its wake and moving closer to Vinna. Selen is now shouting the words of the incantation. The ember pulses with a blinding light and then finally bursts, casting the town in a bright, ethereal glow. The darkness retreats like a tide into the night. The awed silence of the crowd lasts only a moment before cheers break out. Vinna is saved.
The people of Vinna are already celebrating. Barrels of ale are carried to the lighthouse. Trays of tiny cookies appear out of nowhere. Hierophant Selen excuses herself from the celebration, but you feel free to take part. You spend the evening dancing and dining, getting to know the villagers, and otherwise having a fine old time.
In the morning, after a well-deserved rest, you find Dara with a fresh pot of tea.
The Hierophant said little about the incident, but a few different versions of the tale have already spread around town.
She pours a cup for each of you.
Regardless of what really happened, the people of Vinna wish to see you rewarded.
She raps her knuckles against a small chest sitting on the table.
It's not much, but everyone pitched in and scraped this together for you.
Okay. Conundrum. Thank everyone for the generous reward. We'll put it to good use in Dinlux. Or we can't accept that. Use it to help pay for the bridge and the lighthouse. So Core is on one side, Roland is on the other. Here's what we're going to do. I said I was going to decide. I've changed my mind. We are going to take one Core and one Roland coin or chit, put them in the bag, and then we're going to draw out. And obviously, I'm desperately hoping for Roland here. I want the money. Here we go. It's Core. God damn it. Okay, go to 425. God damn you, Core.
Oh, we can't accept that. Use it to help pay for the bridge and the lighthouse.
Dara presses a few coin into your hand.
Take these, at least.
She smiles.
You'll always be welcome here in Vinna.
You leave to prepare for your journey back to Dinlux. Hierophant Selen, needed back in the city, has already left, but some of the village folk come out to see you off. Luca, the visiting herbalist, is hitching his cargo snail Clementine up to his wagon as you leave.
I'm heading back to Denlux. Come see me at my tea house anytime you need some sweet bomb. I'm usually in town.
The journey home to Dinlux is uneventful, just the way you like it after your recent adventures in Vinna. And you're glad to see the great lighthouse appearing on the horizon.
Okay, there's a couple of things that we didn't do and a couple of things that we need to do to wrap up. When Roland had his turn, he would have taken 2 damage. Not that I think that matters really, but from being hurt. So that can go back up there. Let's tidy the rest of these up. Then it says, gain 2 coins. We've got 2 coins. We'll put them there. Take memory 4F. Here it is. You make a good impression on the people of Vinna. In the end, you helped save the town and even got to know some of the villagers. You will always be welcome in Vinna. We got the key to the city. Okay, so we've got that. And then it says, find level up pack 1. What does that look like? What do they look like? Is this level up pack 1? Maybe. I mean, I'm guessing so, because the rest are all like packs here. Let me just double check in the rules that is what that is, but I can't think it would be anything else. And go to 426. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, this is level up pack 1. So it's in a little box. Let's open it up. I'm guessing these are cards for specific heroes. Okay. What do I do with it? We have card for Roland. So we'll maybe have a read of that next time. Interesting. We've got Roland specific cards. Soul Burn gives Roland a thing. We've got cards for Core as well. So interestingly, would you believe a spirit from beyond is drawn to Core's vision? And we've got some specific Core cards. Then we've got all of the others. Let's just see if there's anything else in here. We don't need these obviously because we've done all of our stuff. That's it. So the rest can go back in the bag. And I guess we read these start of next episode. What else does it say? It says go to 426. So let's tuck these back in here. And we will go to 426 and just see what that has to say.
After a brief glance at your lanterns, the guards at the low gate let you through and you make for the Seekers' Guild Hall. On the way, a revenant in the market shoves a basket of guide pamphlets in your faces.
See the sights in the City of Light. This humble merc will show you.
At the guild hall, Guildmaster Lyra informs you that Hierophant Selin has another job once you're ready.
And if you can spare the time, I have something else you can help me with. Come see me later.
You find yourselves with some free time in the bustling city of Dinlux.
Okay, says at the bottom, so we've got a leaflet. We found that in the pack when we were opening it. So we have a Welcome to Dinlux leaflet, which tells you about stumps and horseshoes. Interesting. So we'll have a little look at that in a bit. And then it says, open the welcome box. And so we got to find the loot box and Dinlux pack 1 and open the welcome box and look under the plastic tray, remove the map from the box and place it in the play area. Okay, so there's a lot to take in there. We've got these cards. I don't know quite when these kick in. We'll come back to those next episode, I think, because they all come with some cards and some other bits and pieces. So they do say at the bottom of the other side, add these cards to your level up pack. In this level up pack to your unused cards. So take the Dinlux pamphlet and open the Dinlux map pack. So let's find that first. Here it is, Dinlux pack 1. Okay, so we are back. I've opened everything that I think I needed to open. We're going to read these sort of core cards and Roland cards next time. We did get told to pick up this, so Quest 5, Guildmaster Lyra has summoned you to her office. We'll do that once we've done our 4 city actions. But it said, go and grab the map of Dinlux, which was underneath. So we've got this whole districts of Dinlux here. We've got what I can only assume are the places we're going to go to, maybe 22, 13, 15, all of those things on here. And this is the leaflet. So we'll have a little read of this as well. But on the flip side of this, it has recommended stops, landmarks, and other points of interest. So Luca's Tea House, Esbel's Emporium, Nara's Bounty House. So potentially we can go there and trade in some of our things. There is a casino on here. I'm just going to throw it out there. But you can see this is on like parchment paper. It's really, really quite Really quite nice little touch to have that in there. And I think that's everything for today. So next time we come back, we're going to be exploring the city of Dinlux. We're going to be taking our 4 city actions. One of them is likely to be to rest, which we can do for free, but we do have some money, so we may want to pay. And we'll find out what the heck is going on with Cor and Roland and their visit of a spirit. But there you go. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, the main story is proceeding again now, but it looks like there's going to be lots to potentially do in Dinlux. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Go and check out the Patreon page. We have our weekly campaign blog out right now for this episode. It comes out the same time or just after each video each week. Every video comes out 5:30 on Saturday for Kinfire Chronicles. I'd also recommend being that same time on a Sunday. We have a cozy campaign. We have been playing Kingdom Legacy. Don't know how long that's going to go on for. If we can get our hands on expansions, it might go on a little bit longer. If not, we've got Dark Quarter. There's lots of others. We've got the Mandalorian quest game or adventure game that we're going to play. All sorts of others that will potentially be going up depending on the time frame. And I hope you are enjoying it. If you are, I'll see you again soon. Thank you.